Well, hello. We're here with BOZIER, and he's also someone that's very actively involved with things in the community. And he cares about what's happening with our school. The reason I'm addressing these issues with the high school, it's not just the high school, it's also the middle school. But we really need our kids to be safe when they go to school and not be afraid. What would you have to say, Cornell, about the recent incidents that have occurred at Hempstead High School recently?
It's ridiculous. It's unacceptable, and the school board, the superintendent, are really doing nothing about it. I mean, kids are going to school in fear. They're more worried about getting beat up than getting an A. I mean, it's not about education no more, it's just about surviving your day in school.
Okay. Now we know Patricia Watkins is she's a new superintendent of Hempstead High School. Why do you think that she is not addressing these issues at the high school?
Well, that $300,000 might be doing it. She's almost making $300,000. I mean, yeah, it's money or children. I mean, having four principals in the high school is totally ridiculous. I've been here all my life, and I never heard of a school with 4 principals and you're accomplishing nothing. I mean, our Regents graduates are down, if not non-existent. Our regular graduates are down, if not existent. We don't even have truant officers anymore. When I was in school, if you didn't go to school, the truant officer went and found you, or they took your parents to court. This is not happening now. Kids do what they want to do.
Okay, what would you suggest be implemented to make Hempstead High School better for our kids, safer, and education top priority?
I suggest making it a charter school. As my colleague Mr. Bottom said, shutting the school down, making it a charter school, because our charter schools are flourishing. I don't know how we continue to breed basically kids that can't do nothing. I mean, when I was growing up as a kid, when you saw somebody homeless or you saw somebody in need, they were much older. You got kids standing at McDonald's begging for money, they're collecting cans, and I don't see any future for our kids. I mean, when they get my age, what are they gonna do? I mean, at 20, they're finished. They're finished. You either sell drugs or you collect cans. And I don't think that's a choice for our youth, especially when you're going to the high school and they're just letting them sit there. There's no alternative schools. You're supposed to have an alternative school. When you suspend kids, you just don't let them roam the streets. You get an alternative school.
Mark, would you care to elaborate on some of the issues that Cornell has raised to the table?
As far as the education part, and as far as our kids not achieving anything, and I think again a lot of it has to do with what happens at home and our parents not being at home, and then there being no after-school programs, no mentorship programs to help to keep our kids on the right track. You know, we do have, I believe, like 39% of our tax base is off the tax roll, and a lot of them are non-profit agencies and organizations that have social workers that we need to connect with, that we could sit down with the youth and have forums and find out what their issues and where their stuck points are and where their problems are, and help to give some services to the families that are in need. I think we need to utilize the EOCs, the EACs, and let them start earning, not to say that they're not earning their money, but that's what they're put there for. That's what they receive government funding for, to help those that are in trouble, to help those that are less fortunate. And I think that it's going to take all of us to bring this community back to where it once was.
All right, thank you very much. Cornell, do you think at this point that we as a people, we as parents, we as community leaders, we as community activists should be asking Ms. Patricia Watkins to step down as superintendent of schools? And what about the other board members? Should we also be asking them to step down and let some people step in there that's going to do something to bring about real change?
Being that I've never spoken to Ms. Watson personally, what I would ask her to do, or what I would impress upon her to do, give her 30 days to show some change. Because it doesn't take 100 years to show change. I'd give her 30 days to show a drastic change in the high school. Because it doesn't take much. 30 days. The reason I know it doesn't take much because I went to the high school. Gangs are nothing new. As I was telling you before, I was standing in the high school at the cafeteria when 2 students were shot in 1979. Less than 2 years later, Charles Mills made Hempstead High School the school of the year. Gangs are nothing new here. What we're doing about it is something new, because we're not doing nothing about it.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much for sharing your concerns and views on the Barbara Baskets Show.